What is poppin', guys? Specs Draco here, and today we have our APA Week 3, APA Academy Week 3. We're going against Lynxforte and the South Florida Bulus. Lynx team is scary. He's got the Zygarde 50, the Tran, Bulu, Feraligatr, Mega Manectric, Umbreon, Bronzong, Tornai, Miltank, Garbodor, and Drifblim. It's a pretty top-heavy team. Like the couple first 4 or 5 are really solid. Last couple are kind of weak. They're kind of interchangeable. His only hazard removal is Torn Eye and Drifblim. Let's get into my team for him. We got Ribbons the Suicune with Leftovers, Pressure, Scald, Sub Protect, Calm Mind, 236 HP, 12 Defense, 12 Special Attack, 124 Spadef, and 124 Speed with a Timid Nature. This outspeeds a Bulu, Creeping, a Modest Necrozma by a couple points. The Spadef is there to help after Calm Mind take as little from Mega Manectric as possible. The HP is just obviously for HP. I didn't really need defense because his physical threats are kind of not too prevalent. Like I sub up on Miltank no matter what. Like I don't sub up on Bulu's Horn Leeches no matter how much I have, but I stall them out if I outspeed it. Next up we have Daruk, the Chestnut with a Yachi Berry, Overgrow, Leech Seed, Spiky Shield, Wood Hammer, Drain Punch, 244 HP, 20 attack, 220 defense, and 20 Spadef and 4 speed. The defense is there because this is my Feraligatr check. If I switch into Feraligatr and he Swords Dances, I live a +2 crit Ice Punch after a Spike because of Yachi Berry. Leech Seed is just pretty good versus the whole team. Bulu can't really touch me unless it runs like Swords Dance with Zen Headbutt or Dazzling Gleam. But I can't really touch it either. So, I mean, you know, I check him, but I don't really do anything back. It's not a big deal, though. Next up, we have Seattle, a Noivern, Flying MZ with a Frisk, Super Fang, Hurricane, Roost, Taunt, 84 HP, Max Defense, 4 Special Attack, 4 Special Defense, and 164 Speed. This speed outspeeds a Tornadus. That's about it. This thing is just to prevent Bronzong from doing Stealth Rock stuff. It's to prevent Umbreon from doing Wish, Shield Bell stuff, and Super Fang just takes half. That's what we do. We take half. Next up, we have Zelda, the Mega Diancie with Sub, Hidden Power Poison, Earth Power, Moonblast, 92 HP, Max Special Attack, 156 Speed, 4 Spadef, and 4 Defense. The speed outspeeds a Zygarde. Other than that, we just want to get a sub up on like Zygarde, force it out, Heatran if we force it out with an Earth Power, and we just want to click some buttons, get some damage. Next up we have Rivali, the Zapdos, Choice Scarf with the Static ability, Thunderbolt, U-Turn, Hidden Power, Ice, Heat Wave, 220 speed, 220 speed, 244 special attack, and 44 defense. The defense is there to take like Zygarde E-Speeds. Defense is there to take like Feraligatr. I think it's like +2 Life Orb Aqua Jet always after rocks, something like that. But anyway, this is our offensive check to a Zygarde. We'll always outspeed a +1 Zygarde and be able to smack it with Hidden Power Ice. Maybe not kill it if it's at like full, but it shouldn't be at full. Next up we have Ricardo, the Nidoking, Black Sludge, Sheer Force, Stealth Rock, Toxic Spikes, Earth Power, Sludge Wave, 60 HP, 4 defense, 68 special attack, and max defense, max special defense, 252, and then 124 speed with the Timid Nature. We want to get these Toxic Spikes up because, again, his only removal is Torn Eye and Drifblim, and Drifblim is probably not coming. Torn Eye, maybe not, because I have a Zapdos, I have a Mega Diancie. I could see him not bringing either of those Pokemon, honestly. And then Stealth Rocks because, obviously, his hazard removal is bad. Bronzong is a struggle for this team, breaking it at least. Suicune sets up on it, Noivern, you know, taunts it, stops it from rocks. I don't really have that much to kill a Bronzong. What else is the issue? Mega Manectric is a big issue for this team. If he's modest and predicts this, because this is my switch in, if he predicts it with HP Ice, I have a chance to get to it good. And that's bad. Very bad. But either way, let's go ahead and get into the battle. So we're going to make this full screen. As you can see, brought the Bronzong, brought the Heatran, brought the Zygarde, brought the Bulu. You know, stuff I expected. Oh, I gotta stretch, sorry. So we're challenged by Pokemon Trainer Lynx. We're gonna lead Seattle. Shout out to Seattle. Shout out to Seattle Supersonics. That's kind of what this nickname is. Shout out to Seattle Sandstorm, my boy Opo. Still not sponsored by Wendy's, by the way. Get on that. Frisk, lefties. So he's got lefties. Not big deal. We're going to taunt because we don't want rocks going up turn 1. He's going to go on a Heatran. That's fine because if this thing had rocks, it can't click rocks either. So we're going to, you know, tell him, come get some. But even though we don't have hands, we got little wings. We're going to Super Fang, and we're going to take half. The theme for this battle is going to be Noivern taking half. I'll let you guys know that right now. He's going to miss a Magma Storm. Doesn't matter too much because I'm a dragon. I resist. I'm sort of invested in HP. He didn't go into Ex-Girlfriend, the Umbreon. I don't know why he named it Ex-Girlfriend. That's a bit rude because Umbreon is pretty cute. Maybe he thinks his Ex-Girlfriend was cute. Who knows? I'm going to take half again. So, gimme half. And I'm going to click Taunt because I don't want him wishing. So, he can go ahead and Foul Play me. So I guess smart play of him to just click the Foul Play straight away, knowing he's going to get taunted. We're going to click Super Fang again, because I want this thing a little lower. So, yeah, bite it. We're going to bite it. And he's going to Foul Play again. And this is the last turn of his taunt. So before he can start doing other stuff, and I have to waste a turn clicking taunt, I'm going to go ahead and click Roost. As he's just going to Foul Play again. Because he stays in, that's his only attack. I'm going to go ahead and taunt next turn. Because I don't want no shenanigans. None. Zero. No shenanigans whatsoever. As you see, his taunt's going to wear off. So we're going to go for that one more time. And he's going to Foul Play. Again. I'm not going to do that much. Noivern is eating these things up. We're going to go ahead and go for a Roost here. Because I want to be able to Roost on this turn and then Super Fang the next turn and then Taunt and still be in a good amount of P. That's kind of the order I had going in my head. But I'm going to Roost up and he's going to go to Mega Man Electric. So it's in. It is in. Our Noivern's going to get to full HP though. So that's good because we need him for later. Raijin is in. And I predicted HP Ice. But I had to prevent a Volt Switch from happening. So I had to go out into this and hope that he was not modest. Sorry. Hope he wasn't modest with HP Ice and just 2-hit KO'd my Nidoking here. But he's going to click Flamethrower. And that's not going to do too much. I don't know why he clicked Flamethrower. I mean, maybe he could have thought Chestnut was coming in. But HP Ice into Flamethrower killed Chestnut anyway. Whatever. He's going to switch out. Obviously. He's going to go to Umbreon. And I'm going to click T-Spikes. Now, T-Spikes are super important. T-Spikes are 12% every turn on every Pokemon. Besides a Bronzong. I wish Bronzong was affected by them. Because then Bronzong would be bad. And nobody would bring it against me. And it wouldn't cause me problems. So I don't think he's going to Toxic here. I also think him being at half health, he's definitely going to go for the Wish. I'm going to go into Suicune. And I'm going to get up a free sub. Is going to go for that Wish. I'm going to click sub for free because I outspeed this little miniature dog. He's very much smaller than me. I'm a big dog. He's a little guy. He's going to withdraw. He's going to harden a Bulu. Now, here's where I can start scouting Bulu's set. See if, like, it is, like... Oh, sorry again. See if he's banded. If I need to stall him out of PP. See what he is. See if he's Swords Dance. And I need to stall him out of PP. We're going to do what we have to do here. I'm not worried. So I'm going to click Protect. Just to scout. Because if he attacks me, I want to burn some PP. Even if he Swords Dances, I want to get some lefties. Because he's taking poison damage already. He's going to go for Roar, though. And that's a pretty cool bring. Because Suicune sets up subs every time he goes into it. Like... on the Switch, so and then he doesn't get PP stalled, he just roars me out. But I get best case Seattle here. We're gonna frisk it and find its Akaberry. So I know it's not AV, nothing like that. I mean, I knew it wasn't AV from Roar, but you know, it's not like Grassium Z or something. So he's gonna take a little more damage from those Toxic Spikes. And I'm gonna go ahead and Super Fang. We're gonna take half again. And he's gonna take half, and he can't do this. Okay, that's Noivern. Taking half is Noivern's thing. You can't take half of Noivern, but he's going to. He's gonna go for the Nature's Madness. Noivern's gonna be at half health. Bulu is super low already, so that's amazing. I'm gonna click Super Fag again. Why am I yawning so much? I'm so sorry. I'm gonna take half. Taking half. Noivern does it again. Just takes half on Bronzong. I'm going to be at half still on Noivern. I'm not worried about it because I know I can take Gyro Ball from this range. Couldn't take an HP Ice in this range, but if you had HP Ice, you probably would have stayed in turn 1 and clicked HP Ice. Hitting it for Future Sight, and that makes things a little awkward because a Future Sight plus Gyro Ball does a ton of damage to Noivern. So I'm going to go ahead and Roost, go back up to full, as he's going to hit me with the first Gyro Ball. And the next turn is when the Future Sight will hit. So I have to be at just about full to take this, but I can take it. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to Roost up. I'm going to be at full. And he's going to hit me with the Gyro Ball, and the Future Sight is going to come down. But barring crits, Noivern will eat this up. So we're going to take this Gyro Ball damage, go down to 105. And take this Future Sight damage and go down to, I think, 27. Yeah, I was going to say 17. I knew there was a 7. It was 20. 7. His taunt wears off, and at this point, I'm thinking Noivern's life is more valuable than me preventing rocks. I'm going to go for Roost. He could have gotten up rocks there. I don't know why he went Zygarde instead of just clicking some rocks, but I'm going to click Roost, and I'm going to get my health back. He's going to go out in Zygarde. He's going to get poisoned. And I haven't shown my attacks, so I think he's getting a little bit impatient with this Noivern, which is definitely part of the plan. I like when opponents get impatient and make weird plays that don't really benefit them, but they think benefits them because they want to speed up the game. We're going to go ahead and we're going to Z Hurricane this thing. If it clicks D-Dance, it's fine. Take Z Hurricane, another round of poison. I have a Chestnut. If he clicks 1,000 Arrows, I think I live one. If he clicks Dragon Move, I don't live one. But we'll see. See what he does. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just rain down from the heavens some Noivern Fury. And we're going to do, you know what? I'm going to say it. We took half. It wasn't Super Fang, but we took half. He's going to go for Dragon Dance, and he's going to take another round of the poison. He's got about 2 turns left of that. He's got, I think he actually does, he's in range of 2 more turns of that. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go into Chestnut. We're going to see he goes for 1,000 Arrows. It's going to do nothing. So now I make a bad play. I wanted to go for Drain Punch or Leech Seed, but I got greedy. And I clicked Spiky Shield to try to preserve as much of Chestnut's health as I could. I wanted Drain Punch so bad because I knew this was going to happen. And if I click Drain Punch, I just killed this thing. Like straight up. I did half. And I didn't. I clicked Spiky Shield. And then I make another bad. I do another bad. I click Leech Seed on the sub. It was 2 bads in a row, which I didn't have a reason to make. I'm going to click Spiky Shield now, though, because I want to burn a Magma Storm PP. And we're just going to have to let Chestnut go, because I don't want Suicune to come in and take the trap damage. I don't want Zapdos to switch in to this and then have to break it after. And in theory, I guess I could have gone Mega Diancie on the fire move, but then if he has Flash Cannon, it just die while I break the sub, and I didn't want to die while I break the sub. Chestnut was least valuable. It was only there to check for Alligator, which didn't come, and Zygarde, which was on 1 tick of poison. I'm going to go into Scarf Zapdos. I'm going to click Thunderbolt. We're going to break this sub, and he's going to click Magma Storm, and he's going to land, and it's going to do a lot of damage. When I say a lot of damage, I mean it's going to take me down to like under 25 after the trap damage, of course. And we're going down to 40. That's Rock's range if he ever gets them up. He's going to withdraw because he doesn't want to lose the Heat Train yet. Understandable. He's going to Raijin. And it's not going to take these Thunderbolts well. So it's going to get poisoned by T-Spikes. And he's going to take about 35% from this Thunderbolt. Like 35. That's a resist. And that is strong. Mega Man X-Ray is not strong because he's a little dog. Everybody needs to draft big dogs. The bigger the dog, the better the Pokemon. Like Suicune and Entei Raikou, they're not dogs, but they're big cats, big animals. Like Zapdos is a big bird, and look at that, he did some big damage. I'm going to go out into Mega Diancie because rocks burn up. I want to save Zapdos, and I didn't want to die to a Volt Switch or an HP Ice. He goes Bronzong, and at this point, I could have stayed in expecting rocks and bounced them back while I did like 20% with a Moonblast. But I just went Zapdos because I didn't want to lose Diancie to a possible Gyro Ball. Zapdos took a possible Gyro Ball and could have staticked, and also if he clicked rocks, Zapdos was in before rocks. Zapdos didn't die to the rocks, obviously. I'm going to click Thunderbolt because I'm in for my last time here because I died to rocks. So I'm going to go ahead and Thunderbolt. Umbreon's going to come in, Umbreon's going to get poisoned, and Umbreon's going to take this Thunderbolt. Now, from that damage, it doesn't look like I kill after the poison. But I think I got a lower roll that time, and I think now I'm going to get a higher roll because it looks like I do a lot more damage. But I do miss out on the KO. So he clicks Heal Bell though because lefties would not have brought him out of poison range. So he clicks Heal Bell, and he cures the poison on all of his other Pokemon, even though they're just going to get poisoned when they come back in. It's fine, doesn't bother me. We're going to click Thunderbolt one more time. And this Umbreon is going to go down. So, at this point, it is... Holy shit. If I yawn again, I'm scrapping this recording. He's going to go to Zygarde, who dies to poison the next time he takes it. But Zapdos dies to rocks, and I don't have Defog, so I'm going to just stay in and click Thunderbolt. I don't care, that doesn't affect him. I was hoping for like maybe a D-Dance or something stupid. I don't know. He goes for Toxic, which is, you know, something stupid because Zapdos doesn't die to that. 1,000 Arrows definitely killed me. Maybe he thought Suicune would come in, which actually makes sense. But he's going to die to Poison, and I get another Thunderbolt off of Suicune. Yeah, so he's going to go Bulu. It's his best thing to take this Thunderbolt. And I guess he wanted to save health on Bronzong, which is smart because Bronzong was a thorn in my side. If he let it get chipped, then it wasn't really a Mega Diancie switch in because 2 Moonblast did about like 40%. We're going to go for Thunderbolt, and we're going to put this Bulu low. He's going to go for Horn Leech, and he's going to take us out. Zapdos did a good amount of work. Zapdos is going to die, though. And Bulu is going to take this poison and be low. Shoutouts to Noivern, by the way. Did all this work. Chipped down all these Mons. We're going to go Mega Diancie. And a Moonblast here kills. So I'm going to click that. I don't care if he goes Bronzong because it's a little bit of damage on Bronzong. And that's what we need at this point because Bronzong is the only thing standing in Mega Diancie's way of just winning. It's the only thing standing in... What else? What else do I have? Nidoking put in a ton of work if this thing was dead. So this thing has just got to die. I don't like it. I'm tired of it. And it's ugly, quite frankly. It's quite frankly just an ugly little bell. I'm going to get some lefties back from Grassy Terrain. He's going to get his lefties back. He's about at 65%. Maybe 70%. Either way, I'm going to go on to Noivern because Noivern can take this thing on. Noivern has also lived its usefulness out. So we're gonna be at 71. We're gonna find those lefties again, and I'm gonna click Future Sight on the Noivern, and we live one more Gyro Ball, I think at least, and the Future Sight doesn't hit me until the turn after this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and Super Fang, and we're gonna get the damage we need right here, and it's a good amount, honestly. Let's put this thing at like, honestly, like after one more. It doesn't switch into Diancie anymore because it dies to 2 Moonblast, which is really good. So I'm gonna go ahead and Super Fang again, and we're gonna put it just above the red, kind of like 26%, in range of 2 Diancie attacks for sure. But we're gonna lose Noivern. Noivern did amazing this game, a ton of work. He took half of everything, and even Sky Striked as Zygarde. So we're gonna go ahead into Suicune here, and I'm gonna click Sub. Because I outspeed this Bronzong, and I don't want him to Toxic me, obviously. I'm going to go ahead for Sub. He's going to go into Mega Manectric, and it's going to get poisoned. It's already at half, so we don't have to stall this thing out for long until we can Scald it, but we do have to stall it out for a couple turns. So I'm gonna go ahead and get sub up. I didn't calc this, by the way, to see exactly what was Scald range. Just kind of eyeballed it. I wanted to make sure Scald killed because I wanted Suicune to get a kill instead of Nidokings stealing it. So I'm gonna go for Protect. He's gonna go for, I believe, Thunderbolt here. It's not gonna do anything, obviously, because Protect, and we're gonna get some lefties. Now, then he's gonna take some more toxic damage, and this kind of looks like Scald range, so I maybe could have Scalded here, but I click sub, and it ends up being the right play because he's gonna go for Volt Switch, and I click sub as he goes into Bulu. Now, if I stayed in and Scald there, the Bulu was really low, so if it died, then Mega Man Extra came back in, and I wasn't buying a sub, and that was a problem. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna set up a sub, and because Bulu came in on the middle of the turn on the Volt Switch, he's gonna take his poison damage, and obviously he gets his terrain recovery, but poison damage is more than that. I'm gonna get the terrain recovery, and I'm gonna get leftovers, and Suicune's gonna start getting some health back here. Bulu obviously is gonna get really low, and we know he's not Assault Vest because of Roar, Akaberry. So he's in Scald range, and I'm gonna go ahead and click it. And if we kill this, Suicune is looking good. We do kill this. So Suicune now kills a Tapu Bulu, a grass type, and Suicune's looking poised to kill an electric type next. So he's gonna go back into the Mega Man Electric after all these leftovers animations finally end up. He's gonna go back into Raijin, and I think I protect once. I protect once more. Yeah, so I protect once more just for you know, some lefties and grassy terrain recovery, and then he clicks Thunderbolt. Yeah, he clicks Thunderbolt. Doesn't really matter what he did. I mean, I guess in theory, so then I guess this turn his play would have been a Volt Switch into like Bronzong maybe, because it was really low, and he needed this thing alive to even hurt Suicune. So he's going for Thunderbolt, and he's going to break my sub. That's fine. Not a big deal, because Suicune is going to kill this with Scald right now. Goodbye, small dog. Big dog is the better dog. I told you. Bigger the animal, the better the Pokemon. We're going to get lefties, and we're going to get grassy terrain again. And here he is going to go on to Heatran. He was already at 25%. I didn't think he could make a sub. If he could have made a sub and I protected, that would have been a bad play on my part. But we predict this, the Z Bloom Doom, Z Solar Beam, and we predict that. We predict the modest Z Solar Beam in the grass terrain. We knew this situation would come up, and here it is. He's going to go for the Bloom Doom through our Protect, and we are going to chew this thing. Bloom Doom is a pretty animation. I like all the flowers. But Suicune doesn't care. Suicune does not care. Doesn't care at all. Big Ribbon Boy here. Gonna get some lefties. Gonna get some things. I think it took some damage that turn, but I didn't even notice because it was so little. So insignificant. He can't Grass move this turn because Solar Beam is a charge move and Magma Storm is not killing me, so I can go for the Scald and I'll take out the Heatran. And now all he's got left is the Bronzong. So I'll ruin it and I'll tell you guys I win. Because what does Suicune do? Suicune wins. Suicune wins the games. Doesn't lose the games. He doesn't cost me games. He wins the games. So we're gonna go for a Scald. We're gonna put this thing on 1. Here for Future Sight, and all he's gonna foresee, besides this attack, is this L. Because Suicune's gonna Scald it next turn. He's gonna foresee that. He's gonna foresee this Scald to the Dome piece. Phone buzzed. What was that? Oh, yeah. Whatever. I'm gonna go for Scald. I'm gonna take out the Bronzong. And we're gonna win 3-0. So we are 3-0 plus 10. No. Right? I don't know. Because week 1 was I got 2 differential. Week 2 I got 5 differential. Yeah, so plus 10. Good game to Lynx. The Bronzong was just as annoying as I thought it would be, but we worked around it. Mega Man Electric, my plan for stalling that out worked with the pivots and the protects and stuff. Heatran was the set I expected, the Z Bloom Doom with Magma Storm to trap the Suicune in. Umbreon was a minor annoyance. It didn't do much in prep, honestly. I didn't plan too much for it, but it didn't really have a good matchup. Bulu, that Roar set was cool, but I think SD might have been a little better. And Zygarde, he kind of threw it away by Dragon Dancing on a Z Sky Strike with Toxic Spikes out. But either way, good game to Lynx, and next week I'll see you back here for week 4 when we take on Dr.Slaking and, well, that was a weird way to say Slaking. Dr.Slaking and the Bowland Bovines, my boy Matt. Until then, catch you guys later. Peace.